It's the Caleb MTGO
I kind of want to pack one, pick one this Vengevine, even though Vengevine tends to wheel. Kind of in the mood to mine some Fuels. Between the Bear to Me, yeah. Yeah, big Between the Bear to Me vibes. A little less genty, maybe. Somewhere in between the Bear to Me and Polyphia. I'm gonna grab Verdant Catacombs. My best versions of this deck, of the survival deck, end up being green-black. And then that puts us in a spot. Taking the Verdant Catacombs also makes it easier for us to splash red later too, right? Grab the red duels. Play some red walls and anger or something. If the Verdant wasn't here, I'd be taking Metamorph. Metamorph's a really cool one to trigger Vengevine with, because then the Vengevine comes into play, and then you Metamorph the Vengevine. Now you got two Vengevines. There's a lot of hasty damage out of nowhere. People did that shit in Standard. Metamorph Vengevine. I'm going to Tortured Existence here. Tortured Existence takes some finicking with. But I think it's good. I think it's good in the right shell. And it's, you know, the shell I'm looking for. The other options here are Altar and Ravager. I haven't loved Ravager, but it is very good in some decks. I think it's better as an aggro card. Ravager, I think Ravager is better as an aggro card than it actually is in like a Madness shell. Just like dump your hand, serve, draw 3. Polluted Delta, Once Upon a Time. Yeah, those are the options. 2 fetches could be sick. I really like Once Upon a Time. Kind of an underrated card. Umezawa's is really good, but you only have so much room for non-creature cards in your Survival Tortured Existence deck. So even though I love Umezawa's, I think I literally played Umezawa's in my my blue-green survival deck that I top-aided Columbus with. So even though I love it, though, I'm going to take a land or Once Upon a Time here. I'm going to take the Mud out of this pack. The Commercial District's good, but Mud plays pretty well with Vine. Ooh. Alright, now that we got Hagak, we really want that that Altar to wheel, Did we get the Tortured Existence Insidious Roots combo going? We did, I'm rando. We had a couple of Insidious Roots stips back-to-back days, and they both trophied. They both got to combo off a little bit. What's the combo with Hagak and Altar? You just deck your opponent. It's good if like attacking doesn't actually kill the opponent, right? I had some pretty nuts games the other day where, like, for example, my opponent's got like a pile of 6/6 pack rats or Mother of Runes plus a giant creature bricking you or some giant lifelinker. And then it's just an alternate route to victory. Maybe Fatal Push. Possibly even just for the sideboard. Yeah, Souls is really good in this shell. I like Bitter Reunion a lot, but we're not necessarily red yet. I'm going to grab the Haywire Might. Endurance might be good, too. Like a free creature for Vengevine. Yeah, let's take the Graveyard Hate. An Altar did indeed wheel. Nice. You like Eternal Witness with Survival? Eternal Witness is good with Survival. I think we're going to be more aggressive than that, though, Jack Kobe. My experience with this particular shell is that we're not going to be grinding Survival for, like, slow value. We're going to get some of that quick value. We're going to be making big chonkers and murdering them with it. Little Bayou action. I'm not above a Minsc and Boo Splash, even in this style of deck. But I want the Bayou, so I'm going to draft it. And some other lucky drafter can draft a Minsc and Boo. Aren't I kind? Am I not benevolent? Possible the Bayou even wheels there. Yeah, every time the Vintage Cube comes out, they're going to cycle in a couple of archetypes and cycle out a couple of archetypes. There's so much love. So right now, Survival and Bizarro Baghdad are supported with like Madness graveyard stuff, and Splinter Twin is back in, and there's a Prowess Pump Shell, and then the ones that they cut were like the Land Matters combos, like the Scape Shift Valakut stuff, and they cut a bunch of artifact combos. Kind of gross, huh? Kind of a gross pack for us. Like, we can take this Dogged Detective, and then we're not really wheeling anything. Mandrills and Hagak are kind of feeding on the same resource. Faithless Looting is sweet. Worth considering splashing for that one. Should probably just grab a green critter. Yeah, let's keep the creature count high. Pack Rat is not bad here, especially if we end up with some squee action for the survival hum. Currently, we could use a couple of dorks and maybe some land cyclers to help get Tortured Existence rolling. Ruwal is pretty good. Pretty good Survival Vengevine action. Hey, there's a dork. Is Fintorn Elves better than Marsh Flats or Yavimaya here? I think it is. I think it's pretty important to our curve, right? If you can go turn 1 Mana Dork, turn 2 Survival Activate, you're just like off to the races. Bizarre would not be crazy here, but right now we're not like fully supported with it. Does Questing Beast play into our plan? Yeah, it's a green aggro card. Not necessary, but it'd be like a filler here, Dance Man. Kind of like this Endurance. Our premium cards play into the graveyard synergy, right? Hey, Stitcher Supplier. Yeah, nobody else really wants this card, and it's really important to our deck. That's one of the things that I like about this strategy, is that the cards that you really, really want are going to come to you. They're just like not useful to other decks. Not as useful. Not something you have to fight over. Means you can draft the same thing pretty consistently over and over, which is pleasant. Cobra's a little filler, but that's fine. Oh, there's a Blazing Wall. Let's grab that. No, maybe wouldn't even mind Bizarre coming back, huh? We have both Wallas. Both Wallas, Vengevine, Hagak. I think I want Sentinel here. The Endurance might end up as a sideboard card. Besieger would have been fine. Wasn't my first top with a survival deck. My first GP top 8? Yeah. Yep. Put a blue-green survival on the map. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Holiday. I think that's 68 months. Yeah, we grabbed Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and then Grizzlebrand's kind of interesting there. Bizarre, Yavimaya. These cards are so good together, too. I'm going to grab the Bizarre. You see how we just, like, get the filler and beat down stuff? We don't really have to fight over that. Yeah, the Proving Ground's pretty good here. Maybe Stomping Ground's better. I don't know how red we're going to be, right, with Faithless Looting gone. Currently, we're just splashing the Blazing Ruwal activation. Yeah, thinking about Thoughtseize, thinking about the Proving Ground or Stomping Ground. Thinking about Smuggler's Copter a little bit. Smuggler's Copter is the sort of thing that I want to be doing, but it isn't a creature, right? I do want to keep the creature count high. I think I play it. I don't like Death Right at all, Lacerg. Like, are you trying to exile your own creatures to gain 2 life? I guess we're more likely to be able to hit a land with the self-milling, but pretty much just not about that card. A little Fauna Shaman action. Satyr plays pretty well with Hagak. I dig that. There's another Mana Dork. I think I'm into that. Oh, but this Mana Dork doesn't help me survival activate. Oh, that's kind of miserable, huh? The discard on Blood Tithe Harvester is nice, but we just don't have that much red mana. I don't want to gunk up my mana base. Kind of dislike this Triome, but I'll grab it. Oh, there's a good mana dork. There's Hollow One too. There's gonna be 2 cards left. I wonder if we can wheel that Hollow One. I'm gonna grab it. It just seems like pretty cool and pretty important to what we're doing. It'd be nice to take the mana dork and wheel it. Like, I do want like at least 1 more dork here. But if you're playing the Bazaar, you should probably play the Hollow One Hum. Give us another free creature for that Vengevine card. I don't really like Yogg here at all. Tarmogoyf's reasonable filler in this deck, again, because of all the self-mill. Shieldbreaker could be a fine sideboard card. Hey, now there's a good mana dork. Now there is a good mana dork. Awesome. This pile I consider fillerish. Certainly some of these cards are going to work their way into the main deck. I got excited because I thought this was a Master of Death for a second there. We never grabbed a Mountain for Anger, but I'm going to snag it just in case we wheel one. There was the pack earlier with double Mountain. Insidious Roots? Yeah, that card would have been very good here. Well, there's not the Mountain that I wanted. Might end up... Deathrite Shaman's like fine, right? We are doing a lot of self-milling, and we might just want like another cheap creature for triggering Vengevine. The activated abilities aren't amazing here. We don't have spells to drain them, and we are an aggro deck. We don't really care about the life gain, and we don't really want to hit stuff out of our own graveyard. I put that Lava Claw reaches. A few more comes into play tap lands here than I want. If I play against a really hard control deck, I might bring in Sylvan Library. Probably not, though. Yeah, I wonder if that Stomping Ground should have been picked up earlier. I tanked on it pretty hard. Let's pull those out for now. Then we're going to re-add some of them once we go to deck building. And Lord Skitter is fine filler too. It's just worse than the green cards here. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Quick little bathroom break. I'm gonna jam an ad while I'm gone, and then when I come back, ads will be turned off for a full hour, so we won't have anything interrupting our gameplay with this sweet, sweet Vengevine Hagak deck. I'll see you folks in a few minutes. All right. Perfect. Okay. What are the best cards that we're not playing here? I like keeping the curve tight for Vengevine and stuff, and for Hagak and whatnot. We want, like, cheap, efficient creatures. So I'm thinking, like, these 3, maybe? Oddity's good. If we had Gaia's Cradle, I would prefer the Oddity in the deck. Because if you have Gaia's Cradle, like, flipping Oddity is really good. A really good mana sink for that, right? Before I left, someone said that, Matt Grenier said that Sentinel is like one of the best green creatures that the cube has ever had. That's accurate. I mean, Sentinel's almost as good as a red card. So it's pretty good. One of those threats that keeps drawing cards type deal. Oh yeah, I was gonna reconsider, and let's cut the Lava Claw reaches here, but I'll leave the Black Cleave in. The Black Cleave's free enough. Matt said you should play Soul Cauldron in every deck. Cool. Well, it's a good thing me and Matt don't think exactly the same and play exactly the same, huh? That'd be pretty boring. Yeah, I don't think I've main decked Soul Cauldron this whole season. So this would be 10 green sources and 7 black. Yeah, you want to be heavy green for survival, but we might want to be more black for Tortured Existence. This Tortured Existence might just not be that good. We don't have Squee for it. We don't have Roots. I'll play it, but I'm a little skeptical. Yeah, not getting either Squee effect was pretty unlucky. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, an actual hee-haw. Thanks for 24 months there, the 2 years. You're very welcome to the content. You're right, Snow. I mean, I am a fan of main decking Graveyard Hate. I just like Graveyard Hate that's a little bit more efficient in general. Yeah, I wonder if I'm actually supposed to cut Tortured Existence. Just for, like, another body. I guess if I had Existence down, then I could, like, rebuy Souls of the Lost and just, like, sack it to Altar over and over. I have to think a little bit differently. I'm very used to having a Squee or two. Makes this Bazaar look kind of bad, too. Yeah, let's do the 10-7, and then just, like... Oh, shit, we have another land. So then this is 10-8, right? Right, old man. That I'm very willing to accept. That I underrate Soul Cauldron a little bit. We just had a match today earlier where my opponent got a Giver Runes underneath it. And it was a big part of them being able to win that game. That's very funny, Mary Goats. Yeah, in a deck that has Kiki Jiki, that's one of the spots that I do like Soul Cauldron for sure. Kiki Jiki and Grizzlebrand are probably the ceiling for it in this cube. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking about replacing this Tortured Existence. And whether I want, like, Endurance, Oddity, or Fatal Push in that slot. Our creature count's at 19. Tortured Existence is another, you know, another thing for madness, but I feel like we have a lot of that, right? The Smuggler's Copter, the Mutt, the Survival, the Fauna Shaman, the Bazaar. Yeah, I don't think we need this card at all. And normally, this card's been, like, very good for me, but I think the things that made it good for me in other decks aren't here. Like, my best threats already recur, right? I'll try main deck Endurance. Yeah, I think this might be the first time I've had this style of deck going where I didn't have some kind of Squee effect. We'll see what kind of a difference that makes. Dead Real Milkman. Opponent had a real sick one. Excuse me. Ugly. Thought about just running the altar out, and then, like, anytime they kill my future creatures, I can, like, self-mill out of it. Currently, no Hagak, no Vengevine. Is not really where we want to be. Opponent's got some jewelry, huh? Oh, we're catching up on lands a little bit. And now we play some big ones. Could sack a map token or land. I think I'm just going to discard the root wallet. It'd be cute to discard the wallet as scrapwork later, though. Might be a useful card to save if we find Vengevine, Yeah, maybe we'll have to sack the map token. Good afternoon to you, Sergeant. Oh, I guess if I sack a land, I'm pumping the souls. That's kind of cute. I guess I don't need this much land, right? Especially with the survival in the bin. I wonder if Tortured Existence would win from here. Sack souls, self-target. Rebuy souls. Yeah, maybe it should be in, I think I like Smuggler's Copter. Don't love it, but... How's this cube going? I think we got a good one. Playing out our first game here. I guess I'll play this one out. Trying Death Ride, interesting. Oh, cute. Reprieving the Abrade back to their hand after I sacked my creature in response. Looks like I was supposed to let that Abrade resolve, Very cute. Fucking adorable. Hey, there's a Hagak. No Vengevine. We do have a Hagak. Do we have the stuff to bring back Hagak twice? I think so. And currently we have 19 on board. Seems like plenty enough. Earlier people were asking if we had enough, like what the combo was with Hagak and Alter. And it's kind of just this. You kind of just deck them. The souls helps a lot too here, Oh, but if we sack the souls, then we'll have one less Hagak rebuy. Is that still worth? I think that's still worth. Sure, Helior. It's still. What is your question? Why are you asking this? I'm killing the opponent, right? When you're playing a combo deck, thinking through, is it correct to bring back Hagak first, bring it back twice? Like doing the math on it is a worthwhile thing to do, whether the opponent's dead or not. It'll help you make your decisions quicker in future games. Still a useful thought exercise. Not like I wasn't killing them there, right? You're guessing they'll Braid the Altar? Yeah, they might, huh? They played a Braid twice and did not answer the Altar. It's possible if they don't kill the Smuggler's Copter that the Copter also manages to win the game somehow. I like Fatal Push, except if they have Mother of Runes, and then I don't like Fatal Push anymore. Thinking about sideboard cards here. Kind of dislike the Scavenging Ooze and the Endurance. Do a little something, something like that. Oh, show it up. Hey, Ronan, thanks for the 8 months. Looks like a mulligan to me. It's a pretty good one lander. We do need that second land, of course. But once we get it, the Wayfinder finds us land number 3 while also milling. Deathrite Shaman not being an actual mana dork kind of matters here, huh? Seems like a good start. Good start for them. And we whiffed on a land. Cool. All right, game 3. Almost want to cut the Deathrite for Dam. The curse of the comes into play tapped fixers. I'm not Firefighter. How have I liked green this iteration? I like green in 2 different ways. I like green in this survival style deck. Been really enjoying these decks. Racked up a solid number of trophies with them. And I like green in green-red aggro with like a lot of pump spells and the like. And I've also trophied with those decks a bit too. I'm pretty off the old school like natural order plan for green decks. I haven't drafted one of those all season, I don't think. Oh, come on. Whereas if we had an untapped green source on turn 1, we play the Fintorn Elves. If they strip behind us, they're so far behind, right? You just like keep on dumping your hand. So I'm more mad at my own Indotha Triumph this game than my opponent's strip mine. Not being like an actual good fixer. Almost didn't even play it. And now I've got that regret. Staring at this wall of green cards. Their opening pressure hasn't been very much either. I think it would have been great against this. Hey. A little bit of life gain back. The next turn we can Wayfinder and maybe find another green source. Go Wayfinder into Mana Dork or Wayfinder into Fauna Shaman. Wayfinder into Mandrills, maybe. Borant hasn't Lelia'd me yet. Come on, deck, come on. Oh my fucking god. Could bring back Mutt. I think I'm supposed to crack the map token this here, because if I hit a forest off the top, then I can still play another spell. Yay. And possibly I should have Angels there. Very possible. They have 2 in hand. They should remand earlier and be annoying. I'm still gonna pay full. Our graveyard stuff matters, you know. Just taking the trade, interesting. God damn it. I wanted to tutor up Hagak there. Didn't mill Vengevine or Hergok. Did mill Souls of the Lost. Fazara Baghdad. Tarmogoyf is just a stupid 3-4. I guess I just shrank it by bringing the Mutt back home. No survival games in all three here. Hello, hello, hello. Oh shit, what up? Hey Kavoth 548, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 7 months. Oddity looking a bit better than Endurance here, even though Endurance could potentially snag that Selfless Spirit. Sacrificing the treasure for bone shards. Alright. Fair enough. Ugly. Still no Hagak. Still no Vengevine. Ten cards remaining in the deck. So you're saying there's a chance. I'm guessing this Agaka is going to be like a turn or two too slow, right? We're still getting hit in the air here. Maybe I should have attacked first, too. They might be more incentivized to chump. I mean, we had to play the Dogged before we knew that we were hitting the Hagak, I guess. Sure. Well, there's still Altar in the deck in those last 7 cards. That's fucking interesting too, huh? Close fucking game. Close fucking game. Very surprised Selfless Spirit didn't sack there. Phew. Well, looks like we found our Hagak just in the nick, huh? Just in the fucking nick. GG's. you'd have an opener. It just needs a discard outlet, huh? Maybe Mega Tank. I'm sure anyone that played during Hagak or survival metas historically would do fine, There's a lot of players. It does seem to be underdrafted, though, for sure. Uh-oh. Now's when we regret bidding all those lands, huh? I maybe should have waited to turn on Mutt, because next turn if I play Mutt, discard Vengevine, hardcast Wall, I get back a Vine. Okay, but that'll fucking do it too, huh? That'll do it too. Very cool. Another Boros stack. Playing the Supplier pre-attack does pump the souls. Yeah, I think I should have just played the Tarmogoyf out rather than pumping Walla there for the 2 damage. And that was incorrect. One's got 4 mana now. A little bit worried about Wandering Emperor. But Resto would be fine. Yeah, just gonna burn out the Goyf here. Yeah, Survival's the most important card, Black Yoshi. And then when you have Survival, then you're just like grabbing cards that work well with Survival, right? Mana Dorks, Madness Creatures, Vengevine, obviously, Hagak, obviously. Squee effects, Master of Death and Squee are pretty nice. And then when you're drafting around Vengevine and Survival, you want your curve to be like nice and compact and aggressive. Kind of looks like a hard cast Solitude from the opponent here. Nope, they're dead. Sweet. Cool. Yeah, I like that Oddity a lot better than the Endurance in that slot. Just better filler and more aggressive. I think the Fatal Push should just be made neck over the Deathrite too. Fair Schwan says some of the finest cringe lyrics. They really do, yeah. If I had shame, I would be embarrassed that I like this band. But shame's such a wasteful emotion, right? Like, why bother? Nobody cares. Yeah, maybe I should swap out the Triumph for a basic forest, huh? Once upon a time, here to save my ass. The maps can draw us land, and then the Bazaar can convert the lands into actual cards. Did I miss the Bayou? Sort of. I saw it when I was clicking, but I was like, I won't get wastelanded, whatever. Ooh. Yeah, we're not actually going to play out this Bazaar, I don't think. Play another green source out, so we have more activations. And right now we're planning on binning Scrapwork Mutt. Sentinel could have attacked there, but it's whatever. Planning on binning the Scrapwork Mutt and getting Vengevine. And then next turn we're going to do a Vengevine into Walla Chain and get Hagak too. Maybe Hollow One would be sweet. Stitcher Supplier is a lot of value. Haven't murdered anybody yet. Oh, now they've got Hardcast Solitude. I see how it is. Now that fizzles my map. Map activation. Maybe that was greedy. I did want to target the Trampler, right? Kind of nice to target a Trampler. Activate Mother of Runes, name Brown. Ephemerate, huh? This is a good line, but I think they should have done it before blockers, huh? I think that might actually just beat me here. That almost makes me wonder, like, if Hagak would be fine in Modern right now. Just Ephemerate on Solitude. We didn't have that shit around during Hagak Winter. Or Summer, or whatever the fuck it was. So we're about to lose maybe Vengevine here. Thinking about what's in the deck. Let's see. We got most of it already, right? Most of the deck value. We can go get Seder Refinder and fill up the graveyard for Souls of the Lost. There's one more Walla left. And you can block Vengevine here. Maybe force them to use Mother of Runes and get an attack back. Yeah, I think I should have done that. Was the spot for it. I think this game's gonna last a minute. Oh, that one can bump the spirit. Okay, that'll speed things up. they're just pumping Solitude. Sure. And then Sam revised Solitude. Okay. I'll skip to that. That's good enough. We are technically drawing live, but meh. The out here is to win by decking, right? Where we eventually find Alter and chuck some stuff at their deck. The issue is that the Solitude's going to exile the souls here, so then, like, our ability to do that is pretty hampered, pretty limited. I'm fine just going next. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting Alter down before they play all their exile effects, huh? That'd be a little bit better. I almost want Sylvan Library on the play. In that game with the ass load of life. Yeah, I could Fatal Push, play Sylvan Library. That'll be fine, right? That'll probably be fine. No, I wanted to Fatal Push too. Mother Runes is annoying. So what does Sylvan Library replace then? Maybe it just doesn't come in. Maybe I'm wrong about it. I could play it over Ooze, I guess. They did just show me some Graveyard Recursion. Gross, huh? Okay, that's better. That's better. As good as Smuggler's Copter is, I think that's the bin. It just doesn't fit the rest of the hand as well. If the detective naturally mills Vengevine, then we can just, you know, Binwalla get a Vengevine. Kind of getting rocked by my lack of a sack outlet here. Yeah, they have a lot of exile effects for it. I guess I get Vine here. Pack Rat's almost interesting. Could, like, play plus discard whatever we draw. Just, like, see if that can get rolling. It'd be a lot better if we had a fucking Squee in here, right? The Pack Rat plan. So much better. Well, there's that fucking Altar I wanted. I guess Fauna Shaman loots though. Four five's a little annoying, No Shriekmon cube, yeah, right? Yeah, Shriekmon or Chupacabra here would be fucking amazing. So we play the Scrapwork Mud here and have a chance at drawing Altar. It's really what we need to win this game. We can still do it too, even without the Hagak in the deck. I think I'm just gonna activate. It makes the Fauna Shaman a little vulnerable to Wandering Emperor down tick, but... yeah, I'm wondering if how this game plays out different if I just got Pankrat a few turns ago. Just activate every turn. Probably would have gotten fucking destroyed by that Wandering Emperor still. Yeah, I think the Pankrat plan would be really good if we did have a Squeam. This is a spot where missing that is a big deal. We need to cycle as many cards as possible to try and find that altar, I think. I believe... What? That plainly makes sense if they just already have an answer to the souls. Oh, nice. The fourth pumping that line. That's funny. Hello, detective. How you doing? And the Noble Hierarch almost lets us attack with Adeline, but not quite. If I serve all, I can clear Wandering Emperor. It's not pleasant, but then I don't have that to deal with. And then I just keep drawing 2 cards a turn with Monarch. Yeah, the Monarch does help our Guild plan. Piece of cake. This is whether or not they find Solitude before we find Altar Hum. Oh yeah, Roots would have been amazing in this deck, Julio. It plays really well with... Oh, we can just concede now. It plays really well with Existence. Tortured Existence, and it plays really well with Squee effects. That's one of the big misses for the deck that I'm playing right now, is we didn't get any Squeeze. So that makes like the Survival Draw Engine and Bizarre Draw Engine a lot worse. It makes the Pack Rat a lot worse. We didn't get any Squee effects, and then The squee also would have made Tortured Existence, like, pretty nutty. Master of Death is the other squee that's in the cube. And usually nobody else wants them, so this is the first time I've drafted this archetype where I haven't gotten either of them. And it has been felt. Like, the Pack Rat in this deck would be really good if we had a squee effect. Even the Mud on Earth, yeah, right? Oh shit, does that change anything? No, let's play this. Yeah, maybe much better to play into counter magic. And I probably should have attacked first, huh, with the supplier. Probably. Interesting. Not a bad little turn 3 there. Just consistent, Julio. Consistent triggers is what you want. If you're building around it, though, like, there's going to be a lot in your deck. Do I think Survival should be banned in Legacy? I think we're getting to a spot where a Survival unban might be wanted by most Legacy players. Been long enough. And I think it would be good, but not overpowering these days. There's been a lot of power creep since Survival was around. Survival in a Soul Cauldron deck might be sweet. Nice to get a non-Boros match. Yeah, right? Every once in a while. Haven't really had any nutty bizarre games. We used it to grow our Black 2-drop that one game, but hasn't really popped off for me. Survival needs a lot of support, Prebin. I don't think there's room in my cube. My cube's only a 360 card cube with double power in it, so like tights are really constrained. If I build a larger cube, though, I'm probably going to build something close to Caleb Gannon's cube, which does have survival supported. Very similar to how you see it in here. Another Soul Ring opponent. I think our first opponent had Soul Ring Mox, huh? Good morning to Un. Well, that's bad for me. Very bad for me. Yeah, you know what? Let's go next. To game 3 we go. If I manage to lose this game, then this will be my second Scrub-a-Dub with Madness stuff. The first one was my literal first attempt at the archetype. I think we're just going 2-2 Copter here. I don't think the Sylvan Library should be in, but I didn't really like the other cards. Good morning to Un. Just Fauna Shaman and Magus. Sure, why not? Yeah, 2 Mox Soul Ring opponents. Next draft will be a trophy. Yeah, maybe. We already got one today, right? That Naya deck. Hasn't been a bad day. Hasn't been a bad last few days. I feel like I've been drafting fairly well and playing fairly well. Detective comes back more often than you'd think. I wonder if I should just spin it. It's a really good one to cast in the deck, too. Still the issue. Wasn't I just complaining that I didn't get a squee? What do we think? Do we think they have Lightning Bolt for this copter? I guess I could correct map before attacking to see if I should be serving the Sentinel at the Narset. I kind of want to play the Sylvan Library, though, if the Narset dies. Awesome. We could dump some more shit into play with the mud and stuff, but I think I like playing the Sylvan Library. Getting a Hagak Revengevine rolling would be pretty good. Bazaar wouldn't actually be bad here. Or is it? Sure. Detective down. I'm gonna save the Mutt in case I find Vengevine in the next like turn, I guess. I'm gonna bin the Once Upon a Time, but I wanted to make sure I got another 1/1 counter there first. Really, Leonov? It's a pretty popular one. That's sick, though. They just ate it? They just ate all that damage? No block ping? No trading with the construct? I guess we'll see what's up. I think Upheaval would be a really good reason to eat all that damage. Where, like, every extra mana matters. Still no Hagak, still no Vengevine. Looks like an Upheaval to me. 2 mana floating, sure. You play Urza? Sure. I think I'm gonna lead on Bazaar. I drew Vengevine, nice. We did it, folks. The dream. You think they should block there, Mr. Mark? I mean, the previous turn, I mean, they had a solid reason for not blocking, right? It's like an upheaval to have the max mana for people to replay their Urza. I was mostly looking for a Gok with that activation. Yeah, I like trading with the, well, one, they probably should have pinged before damage. Pinged the root wall there. I prefer trading with the hollow one over the Vengevine, right? I might be able to get the Vengevine back. Oh, is that just a win? That's just a win. Wait, not quite. I have 7 cards left here. If I was 1 card deeper, they could have just decked me here with the double recall. I don't think that matters, Alazan. Yeah. The old Relic of Progenitus. Underworld Breach combo. Cool. Another successful survival deck. I think that deck's at like 2 or 3 2-in-1s, 2 or 3 trophies, 1 scrub-a-dub. I should actually like count it out, but I don't think the win rates for it's been bad.